Hey there, Internet. Welcome to the second devlog. If you're just now joining us for the first time, I encourage you to check out the first devlog that we made where we cover the basics of the game from its origin to where it's at now. If you're joining us for the second time, welcome back. This time we'll be covering the progress from last episode to this episode. So far there's been some pretty good progress this week. Most notably, the companion AI. As you can see, the girl companion walking around is now complete. She avoids obstacles and follows you around as you move away. Well, there's still some room for improvement there as she's walking into that rock. But she does do her best to walk around and avoid some obstacles, which she's not doing as well right now, but she is behind the scenes trying to avoid the collidable objects. So the companion AI is mostly done. There are some issues with it, as you can see, but it's a good first step to get it started. Also, something that was done is the different types of NPCs in the game. As you can see, this blue mage will walk up and down the path as it decides a random delay, and it'll just choose a random position back and forth, and our companion wants to smack into him. The purple mage, it chooses a random location within a circle and walks around to the different points as it chooses a random delay as well, just like the vertical mage. And finally, we have a horizontal mage that chooses a position back and forth and walks around to it. So these are the three different types of NPCs that we'll start out with in the game. So if you checked out the first devlog, I mentioned that I would work on the scene transitions in the game, which I did not actually get a chance to work on because the companion's AI actually took quite a bit longer than I first anticipated, but I'll be able to work on that next week. And the last piece of progress to show off this week is the beginning of the combat system. If you've already noticed in the top left-hand corner, there is a health bar, and this health bar actually works. So you can see as you collide with a slime, you get thrown back, you take damage, the status bar updates, and a sound effect plays. And as you keep taking more and more damage, your status bar keeps going down and down. And eventually, when you get hit enough times, you'll actually die, and there'll be a different sound effect, and you'll be removed from the scene. So let's just take the last few hits, and now we're dead. So what do we have in store for next week? I will work on finishing the combat system. Currently, you can only take damage from enemies, and you can actually inflict your own damage, which is kind of weird. You can only lose at this game currently. You can't win, which nobody wants to lose. Everyone wants to win. So this next week I'll be working on finish up the combat system, adding in some animations for when you take damage or when you want to deal damage, like swinging a sword and attacking an enemy. And I'll actually work on scene transitions this week. That is, if the combat system doesn't consume a whole week, which I don't think it will, since I was able to get started on it this past week. And if all goes well, one final thing I'll try to work on is improving the inventory. Currently, you can display the inventory, and you can add to the inventory by opening up a chest and getting a new item. However, you're not able to actually use an item. Like if you come over here and grab an apple out of this chest, and you come and click on the apple, nothing actually happens. So this next week I'll try to work on adding the ability to use items, as well as rearrange items in the inventory, which currently they are just statically put in each slot and there's no room for dragging around or anything. So that's a pretty good list for things to get updated this next week. So if you'd like to follow along as these features are developed, we're pretty active on Facebook and Twitter. We try to make videos as soon as these features are in a working state so we can show them off in a little teaser video. It's kind of fun. If you're interested in following along there, you can go to retroalpaca.com where you can find all the links to our social media accounts as well as our blog. And if you've liked what you've seen so far and you want to continue to get updates on the game's progress, subscribe to this YouTube channel and you'll be notified when a new video is uploaded. And if you didn't watch the first video, the schedule for these videos as of right now is every Friday. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.